Welcome to the iPad Security and Privacy course. We'll show you how to set up a passcode on your iPad to protect your personal information and data. You'll also learn how to add Touch ID security on your iPad, so you can unlock your iPad without a passcode. If your iPad has a physical home button, some of the steps might be slightly different, but you can still follow along. Adding a passcode is one of the easiest ways to secure your iPad and the information on it. It's a bit like a key, so if someone doesn't know your passcode, they won't be able to unlock your iPad. Let's look at how to set up a passcode to lock and unlock your iPad. From the home screen, look for the Settings app and tap on it. Scroll down through the menu on the left until you see Touch ID and Passcode. Tap on Touch ID and Passcode and some options will appear on the right side of the screen. Look for Turn Passcode On and tap on it to set a passcode for your iPad. Tap on Passcode Options to see a few different types of passcodes you can create. But for this demonstration, we're going to create a 6-digit code. Choose a 6-digit passcode that's easy for you to remember but hard for others to guess. To create a strong passcode, use random numbers and avoid number patterns. It's a good idea to keep a record of your passcode in a safe place. Use the keypad to type a 6-digit passcode. If the iPad says the passcode is too weak, tap Change Passcode and try again. Remember, you should avoid number patterns. Enter your passcode again to verify it. If you enter the wrong passcode 6 times in a row, you may be locked out of your iPad. Keep a record of your passcode so you don't forget it, and make a backup of your iPad. If you can't remember your passcode, you can always restore your iPad's contents and settings from the backup. We'll show you how to back up your iPad in another course. If you have an Apple ID set up on your iPad, you can add your new passcode to your account by entering your Apple ID password. We're going to skip this step, so tap Cancel at the top left of the screen. You might need to wait a moment for the iPad to finish setting the passcode. When you don't use your iPad for a period of time, it will lock automatically, and you will need to enter your passcode to use it. It isn't always convenient to have your iPad lock right away. Require Passcode lets you choose how long your iPad remains unlocked after use, so tap it. A short delay time offers better security, so tap the 5 minutes option. Tap the arrow at the top left to go back to the Touch ID and Passcode screen. If you're worried someone may know your passcode, It's easy to change it. Tap Change Passcode and follow the steps to set a new 6-digit number. It's time to practice using your passcode to unlock your iPad. Swipe up from the bottom of the screen to return to the home screen. Now press the power button on the side of your iPad once quickly, so the screen goes dark. Now, press it once more, or pick your iPad up and tilt it upright to wake it up. The lock screen appears, showing a padlock at the top. Swipe up to unlock your iPad. A number pad will appear where you can enter your passcode. Carefully tap in each number of your passcode. If you enter it incorrectly, the passcode will shake. Once you've entered the passcode correctly, the home screen appears and your iPad is unlocked and ready to use. Now, let's look at how you can use your fingerprint instead of a passcode to unlock your iPad. It's called Touch ID and it's easy to set up. Touch ID can be a faster and more convenient way to unlock your iPad. But you will still need a passcode to keep your information secure. Your passcode can always unlock your iPad, even if Touch ID is set up. To set up Touch ID, tap the Settings app. From the menu on the left side of the screen, scroll to Touch ID and Passcode and tap on it. Now you'll need to type in your passcode. From the menu of options that appears on the right side of the screen, tap Add a fingerprint to start the setup. Now you'll see the Touch ID setup screen. Follow the on-screen instructions by gently placing your finger on the power button, which is the physical button on the side of the iPad. Be careful not to press it down, just rest your finger gently on the surface of the button. Lift it up and place it down a few times so the iPad can capture your fingerprint from a few different angles. Now the iPad wants to capture the edges of your fingerprint. Tap Continue. Follow the on-screen instructions, moving your finger around to scan the edges of your fingerprint. When the fingerprint scan is complete, tap Continue to return to the Touch ID and Passcode screen. At the top of this screen is a list of all the things that your iPad can use your fingerprint to authorize. iPad Unlock lets you use Touch ID to unlock your iPad. You can also use Touch ID to authorize payments when using the Wallet app, or when using Apple Pay to buy things at the counter in a store. You can also use it instead of typing in your password when buying things from iTunes and the App Store, or when auto-filling passwords while logging into apps and websites. When the switch next to one of these features is green, this means that this setting is on. If you don't want to use Touch ID for any of these features, simply tap the green switch next to it to switch it off. Swipe up from the bottom of the iPad to return to the home screen. Let's use Touch ID to unlock the iPad. Press the power button to lock your iPad. The screen will go dark. Now press it again to show the lock screen with a padlock at the top. You have the option to swipe up to unlock the iPad using a passcode, but let's unlock it using Touch ID instead. Being careful not to press the button, rest your finger gently on the surface of the iPad's power button. If the iPad recognises your fingerprint, it will unlock. You should now know how to protect the personal data and information on your iPad using a passcode and Touch ID. If you're unsure about any steps, you can rewind the video or click the chapter headings to jump to the start of a chapter. If you're ready to move on, there are many other courses to explore on Be Connected.